So how
I
is the
don't.
Steam Deck? How is the Steam Deck?
You know, it's got its pluses and its minuses.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably do a bit of a write up and review for my bi-weekly.
Yeah, that would be good actually, because
Yeah.
I don't actually know anyone who actually has one. As in, it's one of these things that you see loads of reviews about and stuff, but I don't, you'd be the first person I actually know who's actually got one.
Yeah.
So I'll
Audio.
be interested to know.
Audio. Check. Okay.
Oh, you sound like garbage.
Ah.
You what? I can't hear you, Bill. What did he say, Bill? Can't hear you. What? Can't hear you.
Can barely hear you, Bill. That's the whole thing.
I can hear
Audio.
Bill fine.
Check. Audio check. Yeah, it's
That's-
redlining.
He's not as loud as you guys, but he's.
You got some kind of gate there or something?
No.
Because no matter how low or high you talk, the volume sounds the same to me.
I
Doesn't
had
matter.
pulse effects running.
I'm hearing him fine.
Maybe something on my end.
Oh, we're having a rainstorm here again.
Oh yeah, we had a couple days worth. That's part of why my back is not happy with me.
How about
But
now?
I do see my doctor on Wednesday, and I'm gonna see if I can go back to the chiropractor. Maybe do some more physical therapy.
Is that any better, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay. I turned pulse effects off.
Yeah, I gave up on my chiropractor.
There's been at least 2 cases in the UK of people being paralyzed by their chiropractors.
It does happen.
Well, I have ankylosing spondylitis, which wasn't even detected until I was in my 40s by my chiropractor, not by a doctor.
Well,
why do these things have such hilarious sounding names?
They just don't. They just don't like working on my back because they're afraid of damaging me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. I wouldn't go to a chiropractor if I had ankylosing. Really, I wouldn't. I'd stay far away.
I do
Well,
have
nobody else
some,
can do anything for me, and I can't take any painkillers.
I do have some lower spine deterioration, so that's part of the problem. Some mild herniation as well.
Majid, your computer is really working well. Your video is freezing all the time, but it's okay.
I don't see it freezing, but he's using his phone. I can tell because he has it in landscape.
Yeah, no, just because yeah, it's a short answer. I'm using my phone because I'm just trying to sort something out on my computer. I was telling Bill that I'm on KD Neon now.
And you're using the S24 Ultra?
Yep.
So how is mintCast surviving without me?
It sucks. You should come back.
Yeah, come back, please. We beg you.
I have been staying away from everything. The only thing I still have going is Full Circle Weekly News.
Have you heard more from, was it the IRS or whatever, about your tax you have to pay or something?
It's not tax. It's my unemployment that I got back in 2020. They want it back.
Okay.
Which is dumb.
Which is really dumb because I really needed it and I used it, and now wanting it back. If my mother hadn't have died, I wouldn't have had a leg to stand on. Every time someone comes after me, Mom is bailing me out from being dead.
What is their contention on that? Are they saying that you were not eligible, but you were drawing?
They're saying I was not eligible because I had not earned 10 times of what they were paying me in unemployment.
Yeah, but I thought that there were special circumstances from
there were, and they let
the
me
U.S. government.
No.
The U.S. government said, okay, we're suspending these requirements and we're just paying you.
And they unsuspended them apparently, and they want their money back. And the bad thing is that includes all the COVID money I got, which I didn't even apply for. It was something they gave you anyhow.
Right.
And that was $600 a week, which is more than I've made in my life. Which tells you something about my finances.
The COVID money was also just a stimulus, so I don't understand.
Since it came through unemployment, the state has access to it, and They say they'll even take my tax return, but that's going to be difficult to do since I owe the government $140 this year.
Well, it's not like they're going to arrest you because you can't afford to pay. Okay, this is America, so they might arrest you because you can't afford to pay your bills.
Well, they are not. If they were charging me for fraud, then they would, but they're not. It's just some sort of housekeeping thing that
Then
they're doing.
just file for fucking bankruptcy.
I have worked so hard to get my credit back up.
I understand that. I
And
understand
bankruptcy
that.
shoots it down for another 7 years, and I'm 71 now.
Are we not on air, or are we on air?
Yeah, we're on air.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, and it would take you 7 years to come back from a bankruptcy.
and by
so-
that time, I'm 78, 79. Not much left.
Mm.
And right now, I do have the money coming in from Mom, so I'm able to take care of these things, but they keep finding something else. Now they're trying to go
They
after
always
me for
do.
food stamps. I have heard them demanding the people pay back food stamps that got them legally and
Oh my
for,
God.
for good purposes.
Get out of that state.
Hey, it would be the same thing in Texas.
Well, that's because Texas sucks.
Well, Tennessee doesn't suck, but the government does.
Well, I would say that it's the same here, but no, Texas sucks.
Texas sucks. Tennessee's beautiful. I love it here. I
Texas-
wouldn't live anywhere else if I could help it.
Texas is like Florida light.
I don't know. Abbott's every bit as crazy as DeSantis.
Well, the whole thing is we're more spread out, so the crazy's more spread out. So it's
No,
like
it's
drinking lots and lots of light beer to get drunk instead of just drinking, really strong beer.
I would not want your power grid.
Yeah.
At least we're on the regular power. Not only are we on the power grid, we are generating most of the power grid.
Well, I will say that Texas has pissed me off with their policies in regards to solar. And I know what's going to happen with Abbott still in charge. I mean, it's what happened last time when a lot of people started switching to solar in far west Texas. Eventually, and the exact same thing that happened when people started switching to electric vehicles. The government is going to tack on all these fees, or the electric company is going to tack on all these fees to make it just the same cost.
Yep.
Oh, you
Well,
saved money? Guess it's going to the government.
Well, here's the thing. Most of the states where they have had wind power, like someone sticks a wind turbine in their backyard, the courts have been saying that the power companies have to pay them for excess power generated.
And they do here too, but the whole thing is while they charge you the premium rate and they charge you a connection fee because you're connected, even if you're not pulling from the grid, they charge you a connection fee. Then when you sell electricity to them, you're selling it to them at the wholesale rate. The minimum price that they would pay to either get or generate electricity.
Oh, Joe, you said something to me up here. I didn't see. Oh, okay. Yeah, plug-in hybrids are cool. The big thing on your car, Joe, is that if you buy an old Prius, that not a plug-in hybrid, just a regular hybrid. If you buy an old Prius, even if the batteries are going, you can usually replace the entire battery pack for under $2,000 now. This is
That's
not
good.
like the Hyundais that you see with $60,000 batteries.
Prius is one of the cars that was recommended to me. But like I said, my dad and my wife both want me to get a new vehicle for the lower percentage and hopefully the lower payments, even if it's a little bit longer term. But I mean, even a cheap new car right now, you're looking at $30,000 to $35,000,
Right.
and the payments being just absolutely atrocious. But used cars that are 10 years old or less, it's not that much better.
No, it's not. Except, like I said, if you get a stick shift, which you can't find on a hybrid, I've had my 2014 Mazda 2 for 4 years now. I paid $5,200 for it when I got it 4 years ago. it had 110,000 miles on it, 114,000 miles on it, but no big deal on a Mazda.
Right. Well, I had my Hyundai Elantra, and that was a stick shift, and I drove the piss out of that thing. I loved that car.
Well, the cool thing about Hyundai with their automatics is you can go into manual shift mode, and that got me home one night when my car flooded. Because when the automatic won't shift, the manual still will. But Hyundai and Kia have been doing a lot of underhanded shit to keep the price of their cars down that generally tends to make them blow up often. I mean, blow up. I mean, when your car battery...
on right now?
Yes, to the lawn. The back lawn.
When your car battery blows up and goes up in flames and you're not driving a hybrid, there's really something wrong.
What was that car? That blew up if you hit it wrong in the back?
That was the Ford Pinto.
Ford Pinto. There you go.
Not only hit it
Fiero
wrong,
was
hit
like
it
that
at
too,
all.
wasn't it?
They actually could have done it better, but they put the gas tank behind the rear axle, and all the fittings were really cheesy. And you knock anything loose, and no.
Boom.
It was a really good car, except for that.
Yeah.
And they literally knew about it in the first year they made it, and they just kept making up documentation to say, no, it's not really a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was looking at the newer Priuses because they are lower cost, and those though, yeah, they have the hybrid, so I might end up going with that. But there are a couple of different like plug-in hybrids that I'm looking at because I can get more of a rebate with them, and I can plug it in at work.
Well, I still think it's a mistake to buy a car new.
Uh,
I have had more problems with new cars than I've had with used ones.
That's entirely possible, and I usually don't buy it. If I do buy a new car, this will be the first time that I have ever been the first owner of a car.
Yeah, well, you go to places like Drivetrain or Cars USA or whatever the big companies are. Not you stay away from Carvana. Carvana is a scam all the way top to bottom.
Well,
But
it's
if
like
you go to one of those big places, you get a car 2 or 3 years old, you're paying a little bit less than it would have been new, but you've already got all the kinks ironed out of it.
well, it's also like I'm looking, and these places are saying we can get you 4% interest. And then I hear about some of my friends talking like their friends got like 1.9% interest.
Go to
But
your
then
credit union, you'll get the best interest rate.
yeah, but then I go and look, and people are talking like 6.8% interest when you're talking to the dealership, which is nuts.
Well, those really special interest
Hold on.
offers they brag about on advertising.
All right, I have to go take care of something. I'll be back.
Okay. Well, those only count for really great credit ratings.
I have a really great credit rating.
820?
Well, no, 750.
Well, I've got a 750, and I couldn't get one of those low interest rate.
820 is practically like commercial level.
I had 820 back when my wife moved here. We blew my credit out of the water by having to pay immigration to keep her here.
All right, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay, bye-bye. Hi, Bill.
Hey, Moss, how's it going?
I wouldn't know. I'm doing rather poorly.
Well,
on top of everyone, all the government trying to take money back from me, they keep turning me down for TennCare, then giving me the card anyhow. And I get the mailings from the company saying, "Oh, you were turned down for TennCare. Why didn't you talk to us? We'll give you 0%, a zero copay health insurance to go with your Medicare." And I try and sign up for them, and they say, "Well, wait a minute, our records say you still have TennCare."
none of that surprises me whatsoever.
Everyone is twisting me. What? I am sensitive in the first place. I am autistic in the first place. I am easily thrown off, easily messed with, and it's like they're deciding, oh, there's a target. Let's play with him for a while.
Yeah, it's almost like they plan it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'd like a different planet. Thank you.
Well done. Little play on words.
Which is better than play on Linux.
Oh, that was that wine thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's actually, I think it's been rolled into Proton or something, but it's still out there.
I don't know who. I only really ever used it as like a quick and easy way to get something installed, but nowadays just the regular wine tools are perfectly fine. Especially if you get it
if you
from...
really need better than wine, then pay for crossover.
Wine's good these days, I gotta say, especially if you get like the wine staging version directly from Wine HQ. It seems to work really well.
Crossover keeps getting money to fix it.
Yeah, and
but anyhow, I don't game.
I don't game. I tried the cloud gaming on the Xbox cloud gaming, and that seems to work really, really well. Cyril in the comments said, Moss, I guess you'll be the first in line to move to Mars.
No, because Musk will get there, and I don't want to be on the same planet with him.
Yeah, because people will probably be congregated together, and you won't be able to get away from him because you can't really go outside. So you
talk about a captive population.
Yeah, I wouldn't want anything to do that. I know people just because of it sounds cool. Or if you ever watch The Expanse, 100 years in the future, people are still living indoors on Mars because it sucks there. It's interesting and all, but that's about the limit of it.
Well, as Neil deGrasse Tyson has said, if we have the technology to terraform other planets, we have the technology to terraform Earth.
Yeah, but will it just be a case of running out of space, and we need to branch out, or maybe we do it because we can, that kind of thing? I don't know.
Have you driven across Arizona and Colorado? We aren't running out of space. Yeah. You've driven across Tennessee. We aren't running out of space. Half of Knoxville is rural.
I know. Let's see. I've been. You're
a truck driver. You know that.
Yeah. But do we want people living in all those places where, you can still set foot and think to yourself, I might be the only human being to ever step in this spot ever, We keep populating the Earth, and it is still a finite amount of space. And
well, the only problem with driving to another country and living there is that most of the countries that I'd want to live in, I can't drive to.
Yeah, me too. I'd want to live I want to be in one of those non-alpha type countries. Do you know what I'm saying about that?
Places even if I wanted to go to Uruguay, the so-called Pan-American Highway does not exist. It's on the map. It shows right there, but there are huge chunks of it that never were built.
It's a lie. All right, I hear Discord going off, but I don't see anything. I don't know. I hate that. I hate that so much.
That's what you get for using an
Sorry, guys. Internet issues. Carry on without me, as said by Majin.
Oh,
yeah, we've been having more internet. Oh, we found out the fiber that we can get from KUB. Not only is it $65 a month, and there are no low-income plans or special discounts, but if you want Wi-Fi in your house, you have to rent their modem, which is another $15 a month.
Bullshit.
Any router will work.
Yep.
If there's an Ethernet connection, you can set up Wi-Fi.
And if there's not an Ethernet, you can get a Mocha adapter and get Ethernet. And no, they'll try to tell you that you've got to have their equipment, but once it's converted to Ethernet, use
my modem and pay a monthly fee. No, you don't.
Frontier here, where I get this, I'm happy with the service, but they make me get there. They'll tell you, well, we'll take the modem back, but we're still going to charge you for it. So,
If I lived a mile further north, I'd have Frontier.
Like, I had Spectrum for the longest time. Before that, it was Time Warner, but they got bought out, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah,
I
they have-
bought my own modem specifically so that I wouldn't have to pay their monthly $10, $15 ownership fee, and I wouldn't have to send them anything back when I ended my service. So I still have my modem inside. It's
Right.
just it's useless right now. But I don't get charged a fee for the fiber modem, which is good.
Yeah, well, if I got fiber here, could I just plug it into my regular modem? I don't think so.
No, different connection.
Yeah,
you'll have
that's what I
maybe
thought.
you'll have to have their modem, but you can use your own router.
Yeah, like they like AT&T who I'm with for my fiber. They sent me a modem router combo. So
That's
it has
what
the
I have.
Wi-Fi built in, blah, etc. But I turned off their routing functions on that entirely. It's just acting as a modem. It's just passing through internet to my Wi-Fi router.
Yeah, which is a good idea anyway.
Well, I would have to learn how to do that because, and we all know how technologically challenged I am.
Well, if you already have a Wi-Fi router that you own, do you?
We have a router modem.
Okay, then you would need to get a router. But routers are cheap. Well,
We do have a
Some routers
router
are
in
cheap.
here, but it's not Wi-Fi.
I'll give you this
We've got an
Linksys
Ethernet
one
router.
that you can put open WRT on. It's just sitting
Yeah.
behind me doing fuck all.
I have a little mini travel router that is just absolutely banging. I think I talked about it on the show, and it was less than $40, and yeah, it's only got like the 2 Ethernet connections, but it's got really good Wi-Fi coming out of it. Linksys.
Yeah, I've had mostly Netgear for a while. I had some problems many, many, many years ago with Linksys. And I've been-
Linksys is hit or miss, but they had the WRT54G, which was just the ultimate device.
This is the
Back in the day.
3200 ACM. This is the one that is open source, and you can put OpenWRT or DDWRT on. But since I
Let me
switched
look
to all
that
this
up here.
Omada stuff, I don't use it anymore because it's not
Let me
Wi-Fi
look that
6.
up.
Well, a lot of the portable devices, even less portable ones that you can buy for like $20 on Amazon, all you have to do is add like OpenWRT to your search. A lot of your routers that you can buy now come preloaded with OpenWRT, and that is a plus if you want to add anything to your router or you want to be in complete control of your router.
Oh man,
Okay, we're talking Linksys. What is it? 3600?
what, this one here?
Yeah.
WRT 3200 ACM.
Okay. Router.
But if you're looking at, are you talking about sending that to them, Bill?
Yeah, I could.
Because if you're talking about buying it on Amazon, I think that's overkill for you, Moss.
Well,
Oh
it's
yeah, this is a $300.
Yeah. I think that would be overkill for you, Moss.
No, I'll just give you this.
Well,
But if he's planning on just sending it to you, that's a whole different story.
I'm not.
yeah.
gonna-
Well, we'll talk. We'll think about it. It's still a big ask trying to come up with. We've been paying zero for Wi-Fi since the infrastructure bill zero for internet since the infrastructure bill came out, and that is ending April 1st. And then we'll be paying $35. But to go from 35 to 65, except we're getting such crappy service from Xfinity.
Well, if you really wanted to learn, you said you have a non-Wi-Fi router and you have Raspberry Pis sitting around, and I assume you probably have a Wi-Fi dongle somewhere.
Yeah.
You could make your own Wi-Fi router.
Where do you get the signal from?
Your router, that non-Wi-Fi router that you have there.
You run it,
But you would still need the modem from the company. It's just building your own Wi-Fi router at that point.
there's no
But
getting
that
around a
is a
modem
little,
because
yeah, you still need the modem.
yeah, because you have to be able to turn their signal from the pole or from the ground into something that can be used by a router to.
Okay, wait a minute, Joe. If I'm hearing you right, Joe, stop.
Okay.
If I'm hearing you right, I could get the fiber into the house, run it through my non-Wi-Fi router, and plug a Wi-Fi dongle into that for Wi-Fi.
No.
No?
Okay,
See?
so first you still need the modem, the fiber modem. That's an absolute requirement, a fiber modem. You hook that modem to your non-Wi-Fi router.
Yeah.
And then you take a Raspberry Pi, you load some special software into it, which we can get into in a minute if you want to. And then you put a Wi-Fi dongle in that, and you run Ethernet from your non-Wi-Fi router to the Pi, and then the Pi is acting as your Wi-Fi.
Or just use this Linksys that I could send.
Or just use that Linksys.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go with Bill. But first, I have to talk my wife into spending
Fiber.
extra money for fiber.
But what I would suggest, you live in a trailer park, I assume?
Not really.
You have close neighbors?
Not that close, but
How close?
look up my address, Joe. Do a satellite on it.
You know, when I ship things to you, all I do is I walk in there and say, send this to Moss. Here's my phone number. He's listed there. Yeah, that's the right one.
Yeah.
I am going to stop
Well-
banging my elbow into these server boxes.
Let me see here. Maps. Google. Home. Stop that.
Everybody hear that?
No.
No, I don't hear the squeaky squeaky.
That's why I use pulse effects. I cannot figure out where it's coming from. Otherwise, I'd have sprayed it.
Let's go for satellite. Come on, satellite. You can load faster than that.
A decent router, though, will help you, even if you got a cheap connection, it'll help you get the most, especially one that'll do, like, I don't know, what do they call it, wave shaping or whatever. That'll take the signal and kind of, it understands the type of area that it's sitting in. How's Haiku going?
It's not.
Well, I haven't done anything with it. I needed to come in here and burn a stick of G Parthead to get.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go somewhere else with that. Burn a stick. Yeah, sounds like a good idea, man.
No, not that kind of stick burning. Well, let me take a picture of this.
Case on funerals. Brown Road. Sierra Lane. Lauren Lane. Mouth of Richland Baptist Church.
Well, you're in the right town anyhow.
Food City.
Yeah, you're still 2 miles away from me.
Marathon Gas.
Keep going. That Marathon Gas is outside of town even.
Yeah.
Going the wrong
Taco
direction.
Bell. Dalton Collision Inc. Blaine.
Keep going.
East Tennessee Rooter and Plumbing. Blaine Veterinary Clinic. Pizza Plus. Little Dipper
Now you're
Diner.
close. Oh, you passed us with a Little Dipper.
Okay. Blaine Mini Storage.
That is
Family
not
Dollar.
that was not it. Remove attachment. Let's do.
Missy's Scissors with Style.
Why is that? Uh,
Davis Cemetery.
okay. You see, you pass the Exxon station. Pizza Plus, Exxon station, Cherokee Health Center.
Okay. Citizens Bank and Trust.
Right.
Exxon.
Yeah.
Pizza
Okay.
Plus.
Okay. Right where the Exxon is, there's crossroads to Rutledge Pike. If you're going north, you're on Blaine Drive.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I see that.
Okay, you go up Blaine Drive until right before it decides to double back on itself, sort of.
Okay. Yeah. All right. 144.
144. Now, there's a trailer right there on the road. There's a trailer behind that one. There's a trailer behind that one. And then there's another one 90 degrees from it.
Yeah.
I'm the one right before the 90 degrees.
Ah. The white roof.
Yeah, it's a rust bucket. It really is. It's the worst trailer here. And if we ever leave, he's going to condemn it and bring something else in.
Mm. Well, my question would be, can you share your internet with your neighbors and split the cost?
Well, I don't know if the guy 90 degrees from me has internet, but he's a good friend. The other two trailers there are Mexican families, and I don't know if I could. I don't know how to approach them, honestly. They're good people. They keep their trailer looks a lot nicer than mine. But I don't know. It would mean running a cable underground, probably. I can share Wi-Fi. I can see the Landero's Wi-Fi, and since they're also on Xfinity, for some reason theirs doesn't go down as often as ours does. Oh, out of coffee. But anyhow, yeah, that's where I live right there. The big building there just south of us used to be a schoolhouse, but is apartments these days.
134.
And I lived there in the back of that one for a year and a half before moving to my cabin in Dandridge and then moving back to this trailer. So I went from 134 apartment 3 to 144 lot 3. But yeah, there's 5 lots. The first lot is there right on the road. Second lot's between them and me. I'm number 3. Number 4 is the one turned 90 degrees, and number 5 is actually down the hill that is roughly parallel to number 4.
We'll make Bill stop by when he's close and set up your Wi-Fi and stuff.
Come on down.
I need to.
Bill or Dale, one of the two.
I need to.
Dale has visited a few times. Dale actually came and worked on my T540P. It arrived slightly broken, and he broke it further and paid for fixing it, which was really nice of him. Do not buy a T540P. The keyboard is crap. I mean, you have to literally destroy the keyboard to get it out.
I wanted to ask you something on that System 76 Kudu 3. You did say that the touchpad was not working, right?
Oh, the touchpad is working, but we don't use it.
Okay, because I couldn't get the touchpad to work.
Okay, well, we use trackballs anyhow.
And I did have to fix the cable for the I think it's the Bluetooth.
I don't think we use Bluetooth anyhow, but
Yeah. Well, I fixed it because the antenna runs up around the screen.
Yeah.
And it goes through that part where the hinge was stuck, and so it had flexed and broken.
Hey, well, we really appreciate it. Let us know if you want us to send you money or anything.
I'm okay right now on cash, so I'm good.
Okay. Well, we are okay right now on cash, but the state keeps trying to come for it.
Yeah. The shipping kind of sucked, but
How
can you
bad
do?
was it?
It was about $50.
Really?
Yeah, and that was for the slow shipping.
Well, I didn't pay that much to ship it to you. I only paid like
You got to remember, everything costs more here.
but
Literally,
it's postal
everything costs
service.
more here.
You put it in the red, white, and blue striped box, and it's a fixed price.
I went through USPS.
Yeah, well,
I didn't put it in their box though. I had it
does
you
packaged.
sound
put it
like
in
a
their box, and it
lot.
would have been half the price.
Okay, well,
Or even if you
I did
ask
what
to
I
use
could.
their price, they'll use that price on any box. They'll just slap a sticker on it.
Yeah, but that was the lowest cost shipping that I could find.
Ouch.
I have an idea for topic for next week.
Topic.
Oh yeah, we need to discuss show topic.
Yeah.
What are we
No,
doing?
we don't.
How about
I'm not the least bit interested.
family safety online? Tools that
Okay.
we can use, some good practices.
Okay.
Need more coffee. Be back.
What can we do?
Honestly,
Might take a while because I might have to heat it up.
there was a YouTube video that I recently watched
Oh,
that we
have
should
you seen
cover.
this one, Bill?
What's that? Oh, look at that! Yeah. It's a good one, Moss.
As a topic that we should cover for family safety online, and not just online, but through your phone and things too. Where was it? Was it John Oliver? No. Maybe it was John Oliver.
You find it, send me a link, and I will look at it at some point before then, and then maybe some of that
Last
stuff
week
will be-
tonight. Yeah, it's called pig butchering scams.
And what's that?
It's basically where someone, a wrong number or something messages you, and you message back and forth, and you get to be friends, and then they convince you to invest in something, and it's a scam.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that it's really easy to catch older people on. Let's see, Bill, paste, enter.
Okay, good. Pig butchering scams. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, because I think stuff like
Pig
that.
butchering scams, team viewer scams. It's all stuff I've seen people get hit with. Heck, my stepmom almost got caught in a scam the other day. Well, a couple weeks ago, but I think I talked about it. Where somebody called her and said that there was an issue with her bank, and we need to log in, so give us these numbers. And yeah, it's like your bank is never going to call you. Never. If your bank does call you, turn around, hang up, call them back, call the bank on a number that you find for your bank. So yes, that is definitely something we should reiterate. I don't care how many times we reiterate it.
Same with email, text messages.
Don't
I get irritated
with
the links that they send you when you're trying to log on and it wants to do a two-factor kind of thing. I understand the two-factor thing, but the whole using a link instead of an email. My bank does that, and banks should know better. That they really should. But I think they try to make it as easy as they can for people.
Well, they send me a text message. I mean, obviously, no method is completely safe.
No.
Obviously, someone could do a series of scams in order to target me, and they'd have to clone my SIM card of my phone, which is not impossible. It can be done by working with my cellular provider, but still, don't be the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have to be the target of something for that to happen.
I have weird friends.
No shit.
One of them writes, one of the world's most horrible feelings is crawling out of the bar, the door faces north, at 1 a.m. in Tool in the summer, and the sun is in your face. I don't know that I'd want to visit Tool anyhow. That's Air Force Base on Greenland.
American Air Force Base, or
Yes. It is the farthest north Air Force Base for the U.S. in the world. It's even farther north than Point Barrow, Alaska. It's also a lot more useful for getting over to Europe. Okay, well, guys.
Yeah. All right, so we have a topic: avoiding scams, common scams that are going around right now.
Just
Inform the public. I don't care.
I wanted to get
Like I
into
said.
like family safety for children and things too. Maybe some tools that are out there to help parents
Well,
more effectively.
my answer to that is going to be knowledge. Inform your kids.
Yeah.
Don't send nudes. I don't care how many times they ask you or how much they say they love you. Leave your clothes on.
Pay attention to what your kids are doing. No tool is going to ever sit in between your kid and the internet and keep them completely safe. It's always going to be about parents educating themselves about what's going on and keeping track of what their kids are doing to the best ability you can, you know.
I had people when my kids were younger telling me that trying to control my kids on the internet was going to cause more problems with my kids than it solved. And it's like, no, it's really not. I'm going to know what they're doing while I'm legally liable for everything that they do.
That sounds like somebody just justifying their lack of attention and action, and because they don't want to take the time and the effort to learn these things and pay attention to them, you know, they try to act like it's outside of their ability to understand. So, all right, well, I guess we'll get out of here then.
All right.
See everybody on the
You
show.
guys don't want to talk to me anymore.
Duh.
Moss, you can be here as long as you want, and we will keep talking to you. You know this.
You're trying to get away, I know.
I'm not trying to go anywhere. I'm here all day.
Hang up and leave me here all by myself.
Be on the show,
you're right,
Moss.
Go away.
The presence of your voice on the show is, what's the word
Greatly
I'm looking for? I've never known mintCast really without it, you know. And that's why it was important to me to make sure your voice was on the new outro music. Because
I appreciate it, Bill.
Yeah, there's some things that just go together.
I did update the hosting spreadsheet, if anyone noticed.
Yeah, you said I was
we
number
can get rid
11
of that Joe
now?
character, but Moss has to stay.
What's that, Bill?
You said I'm number 11 now? I think you said earlier.
I think so.
Yeah.
I can open it up and check, but I think that's it.
I think I'm third. I'm third.
Third or fourth. Yeah, you're. Let me get it open. Let's not talk out of our eye hole here without any documentation.
God, can't remember the last time I didn't talk out of my. mintCast hosts
This one is through 432. Yes, Joe, you're third. You passed James, and I'm behind James. Rob has 245. Scott has 206. So you have 135.
That's pretty impressive
That's
for a show that's been around this
432.
long.
Yeah, and I've got 102. James is at 120. Leo's at 80. Then Harrison and Joe Ressington at 78. Tony Hughes at 64. There's a voice I miss.
Yeah.
Isaac at 61. And Bill, you're number 11 at 43. You just pulled ahead of Charles Olson, who's the originator.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Yeah, Tony Hughes, he's got that dulcet tone, doesn't he? That just kind of...
Oh, yeah.
He's that late-night radio voice, kind of, in a way.
And Majid is at 19 now, which is number 19. He has to do 4 more to pass Art Vanderhoff. And another 3 to pass Cy King.
Presumably Eric is dead last. No.
Eric is at 8 right now. But he's ahead of Jalu, Mike McKnight, Nishant, Justin, Oliver Kelly, David Spring, Klaatu, Sarah, Dale Miracle, Jorge, Clayton, and Ant-Man.
Oh.
So there's 35 people who have hosted for at least one episode. So it's not so bad being number 19 out of 35.
Yeah,
and
because
he's climbing rapidly.
He passed Nishant. I guess Nishant was kind of a blip in the radar.
Well, he did 5 episodes.
Is that it? 5, really?
Yeah. But you got to remember, it was more of a problem for him than anyone else that's ever hosted this show, because he was doing it at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And trying not to wake up his family.
Yes, and still in college, I think.
Yeah.
University, they probably call it there. But yeah, we've got, let's see. Bill, you're at 43. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people between you and Majid. And another 1, 2, 3 between Majid and Eric. There's a lot of room to move up in the... once you've done 10 episodes, you're going to move up.
Yeah.
The lowest one that's done more than 10 was Josh Thacker at 12.
Yeah, I keep hoping he'll come back.
Yeah, I think he keeps hoping he'll come back too, but life is life, which is what my problem is right now. But yeah, we've only got 5 people over 100. That's in ascending order. My ass end is at the bottom of it, and then James, and then Joe, Scott, and Rob. Joe, if you do twice as many episodes as you've done, you'll beat Rob. By quite a bit, actually.
That's going to take a really long time.
All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here.
Okay, Bill, see ya.
I'm going to stop the stream, too, then.
Okay. You're
Thanks
at
for watching, everybody.
Twice that is 270, and Rob's at 245, and Scott's at 206. You've got 6